Hey everyone, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. Today I have my July haul for you. It's not as bad as last month, which is good, and I think not as bad as May either, which is also good. A minor goal of mine is to slow the income of books to my house, but if you're new here, you'll figure this out soon enough. I'm not great at that. Like, I'm good for a day or two. I remember not to buy so many books. And then I'm like, oh, I should check and see if they have some paperback swap. And then I request a second book from the same person because it sounds kind of interesting. And they're already mailing me something. So basically, I really have no self-control. All right, let's hop right to it. Let's start with one I found at a thrift store over the weekend. This is The Grand Sophie by Georgette Heyer. I'm never sure how to say that. Do you guys know? This is one of my friend Renee's very favorite books of all time, let alone one of her favorite by Georgette. So I was really happy to find a copy. I found them in stores before, brand new certainly, but they've always been kind of crappy, or you can tell they've been read and returned, you know. And this one's pretty good. It was like $3.50 or something, so very happy to find that. Let's put stuff over here. Then I have my two books from my Witches Book Box subscription. They're both on shamanism. So this one is Shamanism, Your Personal Journey to Healing and Self-Discovery by Mark Nelson. And then the second, which looks amazing, it has a beautiful cover, is The Goddess and the Shaman by J.A. Kent, PhD. The Art and Science of Magical Healing. I do have several other books about shamanism here, and I've flipped through them before, but I haven't really dug that far into it, so I am really curious about both of these books. Very glad to have them. Then I have my Book of the Month Club pick this month, and I had to pick Catherine Center, The Bodyguard. I really enjoy her writing and her work, and I have gotten her several times before through Book of the Month Club. Actually, that's how I found out about her, I'm realizing now. So I'm very happy to have this one in tow. It seems like this lady here is the bodyguard for this sort of spoiled actor. They're down in Texas, and then something happens to threaten him. And she's sort of falling for him, and he's falling for her, and whatever. So no surprise how it turns out, I'm sure. But she does tend to have twists I don't always expect, which I really appreciate. Okay, then I have 4 books here from Paperback Swap. So these all just cost me a token, point, what is that called? Credit. In my quest to get all the Louise Allen I can, I have 2 here by her. This is The Earl's Marriage Bargain. This is a Regency from June of 2020. And then I also have a Harlequin Historical by her, Scandal's Virgin. This is from June of 2014, and this is also a Regency. So I've got 2 more for Louise Allen. This was a spontaneous add-on just because it looked kind of cute and easy to read. Probably perfect for Garbagas, which is happening right now. This is Spanish Holiday, or How I Transformed the Worst Vacation Ever into the Best Summer of My Life by Kate Can. And I believe this is semi-epistolary, which I really enjoy. Yeah, semi-epistolary, so this should be fun. And the one I really wanted is a standalone from Anne Perry. This is The Sheen on the Silk, and is set in the 13th century, 11th century, let me see here. 13th century in 1273. So we follow this young lady named Anna, whose brother works in the palace, and he's been accused of killing a very high-ranking official. So she's trying to clear his name, so she disguises herself as a man to get a job on the palace grounds and investigate to see what happens. So this sounds interesting to me. I really like Anne Perry's writing, and even though I do like her series work, it's nice to have one that is just a standalone, even though it is pretty chunky, so that's okay. I don't mind chunky books. Then I have a bunch of books here that I spontaneously bought from Mom Book Depository. What got me was knowing that the Quick Reads books were out again, and I really like them. So I think I got all of them except for one, because it was about, I think, sports, and that sports doesn't really interest me, generally speaking. So I have most of the Quick Reads here. I've got The Kiss by Santa Montefiore, which always makes me think of either wine or that this is the title of the book and not the person's name. We have Sophia Khan and the Baby Blues by Aisha Malik. The Cutting Season by M.W. Craven, The Swimmer by Graham Norton, Blind Spot by Paula Hawkins, and the last one I have is The Black Mountain by Kate Moss. So hopefully I can get to these sooner than later. Also, I'm going to have to give the Graham Norton to my mom right away, since she loves him like I love him too, but she is all caught up in his books and I am not. And then since I was already checking out, I figured I might as well just look at my wish list. So I bought 7 Kinds of People You Find in Bookshops by Sean Bytel. He has always also written Diary of a Bookseller, and I forget the sequel, the follow-up, but it's just a slim little guy. It should be fun and interesting. And then I have some women's fiction, chick lit, whatever you want to call it, Wildflower Bay by Rachel Lucas. Isla is working in a salon in Edinburgh, and disaster strikes. She's a workaholic. Disaster strikes. She loses her job, and she goes to the remote island of Auchenmore to help out her aunt, who is in desperate need of an extra pair of scissors at her salon, and I'm sure she finds love there too. So this should be fun and interesting. A great summer book. And then last one I ordered from Book Depository. This is a Blame It on Simon Savage read. I have quite a few of those on my shelves. This is Just by Looking at Him by Ryan O'Connell. So this is let's see, the author wrote Netflix's special, which I have not watched, but this is sort of a diary journey, not sure which, tale of a man who works in television, which the author also does, who is gay. The author's also gay. And the main character here has cystic fibrosis, I believe. Is that what he has? Yeah. Cerebral palsy, excuse me. He has cerebral palsy. So this is supposed to be kind of sexy and everything. So he's at work and he's sort of feeling bad about himself, and this really hunky guy walks in and they start an affair, I think. So this is supposed to be fairly bawdy and funny and heartwarming and things. So I'm looking forward to this. And I really like this cover too. I really like it. And the very last one I have, and I am so excited about this one, is this, A History of Milwaukee Drag by Mikhail Takik and BJ Daniels. So this is BJ Daniels. BJ Daniels, his first name is Bjorn. He works at the same salon where I get my hair done. Not that you can tell right now, my hair is wet. But he is friends with my stylist. And I've known of BJ Daniels, but I've never been to a drag show here in Milwaukee. It's really bad. I really should have. I've been meaning to for like 25 years. I just haven't done it. But she said that he was writing this book. I thought, this is great. So I bought this from him, and he signed it for me, which I'm very excited about. It's a really nice quality book, but there's tons of pictures in here. Lots of names I know of, but I wouldn't have put it as Milwaukee drag, if that makes any sense. So this starts out earlier than I thought it would. The 1800s, I believe. 1884 it starts, which who knew here in Milwaukee that there was that. But I'm so excited to finally read this, finally have my hands on it. And just so you know, when I was talking to Bjorn, he said that they're sold out, first of all. The first run they're going to have to reprint. But he signed over all of his royalties to a local charity that sponsors, it's a no-kill shelter for senior dogs. So he told me he's already writing a check for $11,000 to go to them. I think that's wonderful too, that he can afford to do that and be so generous with his time. He's such a wonderful, wonderful, kind-hearted person, so smart and lovely and funny. I'm glad that I got to chat with him a little bit more, and then I'm really looking forward to reading this book in particular. So yeah, that's all I've got this month. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 18. That's not great. A lot of them are those small ones, so I feel like it's not so bad. Like, it won't take up so much space on my shelves, but it's still space on my shelves, right? Anyways, let me know if you have read any of these or if you want to read any of these. Yeah, I'd love to chat with you guys. And I hope you're all doing well, reading something great, and I will see you guys soon.